Hello, Sagittarius risings, and welcome to your 2026 astrological overview as well as tarot insights. Let's go on ahead and get started. On January 27th, Neptune will move into Aries, followed by Saturn that will enter on February the 15th. So that is your fifth house energy. So this energy is about getting serious about your passions and your creative projects. You might feel inspired to turn a hobby into something real, or you might feel more inspired to put more heart into your romance or time with children if you do have them. It's about finding that sweet spot between having fun and actually sticking with what matters to you. So don't be afraid to commit to your dreams. Just remember, a little structure can actually help your creativity flourish with Saturn there. I have put here 3 tips to help you navigate this transit. And tip 1 is to commit to creativity or a creative goal that you have, or make sure you are investing consistent energy in what you love. You want to balance pleasure with responsibility here with Saturn and Neptune. And with Saturn, it's asking you for clear boundaries in those romantic or parental relationships with the fifth house. Now, as I have mentioned, I did pull the tarot spiritual insights for those who will watch this video. I pulled them personally and then pulled the images out online. But these are the cards that I pulled myself for the transits of this year to get some spiritual messages. So for Saturn and Neptune in Aries, we have here the King of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and Seven of Swords here for your fifth house. So the King of Pentacles energy is really showing that you have the ability to turn your creative ideas into something solid and lasting, which is Saturn energy. There's a real potential for mastery here, but it does take focus and patience and commitment, which Saturn and Aries might not like so much because Aries usually likes things to be quick and done fast, but Saturn takes time and is consistent and a lot slower. So patience is going to be required here and some commitment and focus, but it does build something long lasting. Right next to it, we have the Five of Cups, which reminds you that not every project or idea may go perfectly, and that's okay. There might be some disappointment or setbacks here, but these are really just lessons about where to put your energy next. So try not to dwell on anything that is lost there. The Seven of Swords right after it is a heads up to watch for any shortcuts or distractions. Spirit is really nudging you to stay honest with yourself about what you commit to and how you approach your creative work or children or, again, romances, because the fifth house is also about romance. So the overall energy here and message is to focus on steady, intentional effort with your passions, your children. Even small steps towards your creative vision will build something meaningful over time with that Saturn energy. And it's okay that not everything goes perfectly at first. This eclipse season will happen in Aquarius and Virgo. I'm not going to go too deep into that in this video because I'm planning on making a separate video for the eclipses that will go a lot more in depth. So this is just a small overview, but that is your third house of siblings and communication, short distance travel, and your 10th house of career. Especially pay attention if your MC, which is a giant capital M and C, is up there in the 10th house. But this year's eclipses are stirring up things with the way that you connect and your ambitions. You could find yourself learning something completely new or having important conversations that really change your perspective. Or career-wise, there could be a real chance for big changes and moves or recognition within career. So say yes to opportunities to upskill or take the spotlight. If your daily life or your job is shifting, go with it. It's all helping you grow. So even though I didn't go super in depth, I still pulled some tarot insights for the eclipse here with Aquarius and Virgo. The Eight of Swords reverse is really encouraging because it shows that mental blocks or confusion around work, which is that 10th house, or communication, third house, are starting to lift. Things that felt stuck are becoming clearer, and you can finally see a path forward. Right next to it, we have the Two of Swords, which suggests that there's still a choice to make here. Maybe around how you communicate or which career moves to take. Spirit is asking you to trust your intuition when making any decisions. Even if it does feel uncomfortable, your inner guidance is strong here. And with the Nine of Swords reversed next to it, this shows that old stresses or resistance you've been holding on to around work or responsibilities can finally be released. You don't need to struggle in the same old ways. So take advantage of this clarity, really speak your truth with this third house and make thoughtful choices and let go of what's been weighing you down. This eclipse season is about breakthroughs if you're willing to trust yourself. On April the 27th, Uranus is going to be moving back into Gemini, and this is your seventh house. So don't be shocked if your relationships get a little bit unpredictable. Partnerships could take a sudden turn. Maybe someone new enters your life, or you and your partner shake up your routine in a fun new way. You guys might explore and expand. Remember, this all depends on the rest of the chart, so don't just go based on this. It really does depend on many other things, like, for example, the ruler of the seventh house and where that ruler is, and many, many other things. So, again, this could be that you and your partner shake up your routine in a different way. Maybe you go and move abroad and you experience and expand so much new things together. So, the best move for this type of energy is to stay open and flexible. Let relationships evolve and don't cling too tightly to how things should be or could have been. You might be surprised at how much freedom brings you actually closer. Our spiritual insights for this transit of Uranus in your seventh, we have the Fool, the Devil reversed, and the Eight of Wands. So the Fool is showing that unexpected beginnings or fresh starts in partnerships are possible. Something may come up that feels totally new or different, and Spirit is really encouraging you to be open and curious. And remember, this is a 7-year transit, so this is not something that's just going to last 1 year and it's a one and done. Take a leap when it feels aligned. With the Devil reversed next to it, this can suggest that old patterns of codependency or even old restriction in relationships could be released at this time. And this is a great time to let go of what no longer serves you in partnerships, whether it's unhealthy habits, control issues, or limiting beliefs. It all really depends here on your own personal chart. And then after that, we have the Eight of Wands, which brings fast moving energy. So things in your partnerships could progress quickly and opportunities for change or growth may arrive. And remember, with Uranus, it can be almost out of nowhere. It's sudden, it's insightful, it's, kind of groundbreaking and shaking with Uranian energy there. So stay open to change. Don't cling to old patterns in relationships. Really lean into flexibility and trust that shifts now can free you and your connection in positive ways. On June the 30th, Jupiter will be leaving the sign of Cancer and entering into the sign of Leo in your ninth house. So this is a classic Sag energy. So this is all travel, adventure, and learning, and just saying yes to the things that expand your world. Whether it's booking a big trip, going back to school like college, or exploring new philosophy, new religions, or spirituality, you want to go for it with this energy. This is the year to chase your curiosity, potentially even travel abroad if that's something that opens up for you, and see where it leads. Big growth is out there for you if you're willing to take the leap. And our spiritual insight for Jupiter in Leo, we have the King of Swords, the World reversed, and the Moon. So the King of Swords shows that clarity, logic, and strategy are really going to be key during this transit. Spirit is encouraging you to use your mind, that ninth house energy, to navigate any opportunities for learning, for travel, or personal growth. Structure and discernment is going to help you make the most of this energy. The World being reversed right next to it suggests that some plans or journeys might feel a bit delayed or incomplete in some type of way. It's a reminder that growth isn't always a straight line. There may be lessons to revisit before you fully reach the next stage. And the Moon is highlighting uncertainty, intuition, and hidden side of things. So trust your instincts. Even if the path isn't totally clear, some things are unfolding behind the scenes before they fully reveal themselves. So during this transit, make sure that you are balancing your desire for expansion with patience and discernment. You can follow that curiosity, that is great to do, but give yourself space to process and to learn and trust the journey. Not everything is going to reveal itself immediately. On October the 3rd, Venus will retrograde first in Scorpio and then retrograde into Libra. So that's your 12th and 11th house. So with this retrograde, you will want a little bit of a downtime to reflect. So old friendships or old social patterns might resurface, or you could feel drawn to spending more time alone with that 12th house energy. So, this is a chance to really recharge. You can do some journaling if that's something that you're into and that you actually find benefits you and that you like doing. You can do that. You can use it also to check in with your bigger dreams. It's totally fine to pull back a bit, now and then. Your social circle will feel fresher for it once Venus goes direct. So maybe taking a step back from those social get togethers or any projects that you had going on and taking some time to retreat in whatever way you feel is best for you. Because for me personally, I don't really like journaling, but I do find that creating art by myself alone, a little bit secluded, is the way that I use that 12th house energy the best. So kind of go with what works best for you. And until Venus goes direct, you want to hold off on joining any new groups or launching any major collaboration until Venus goes direct, which that will be on November the 14th. Our spiritual insights for this Venus retrograde, we have the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups reversed. So the Knight of Wands shows that there's an energy and drive bubbling up under the surface. Maybe ideas or inspirations about your social life, which is the 11th house, or long-term goals are calling you. Spirit is really encouraging you to notice what excites you, even if it feels a little bit impulsive. With the Knight of Pentacles, this is reminding you that patience and steady effort are also important. So this is about balancing inspiration with consistent action. So slow, intentional steps will help you make meaningful progress. And right after that, we have the Four of Cups reversed. So this is a reminder to stay open to opportunities that are coming your way. Try not to get stuck in old patterns of disinterest or of disengagement, because there may be some fresh connections or insights that you could miss if you're not paying attention. So overall, take a reflective pause on friendships and community involvement, but stay open to new opportunities. Small, steady steps and awareness of what truly excites you will help you really align with the right people and experiences. 2026 is a year of creative manifestation, career leaps, and adventurous expansion for you Sagittarius risings. This is about balance and purpose. So say yes to new horizons and let both your relationships and your dreams evolve into something even better. Please comment down below how you are feeling about this upcoming year, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.